will your family welcome them or grill them? Nobody know
Let's
your family like
let's let's start with you, Jay, on that question. Will your family accept them or grill them or
I
welcome
say there will be some grilling.
them?
I feel yeah.
Ooh,
I'm gonna be real. Like my family is especially not everybody, but there are certain family members that they have no filter, they have no chill, and they just gonna
wow.
say whatever they want. And I would prepare a woman for that. Just say, hey, these are the people that, if I grab your hand when they come near, that's the sign that this is the one. I'm here. I'm here with you. I'm holding your hand through this. But just know they may have something crazy come out their mouth, and just know it's not a reflection of me and it's not a reflection of my whole family. It's just that one individual. But I think for the most part, my family would be welcoming. You would, get some food. Everybody would be glad to see you there. But I know some people in my family, they had a little side eye or make a little snide little comment on the side. And that yeah,
Wow.
the shade is real with some people. The shade is definitely real.
Wait, are these female relatives
Of
doing that?
course.
Okay, I just
Of
want to know. I just want to
course. Like,
know.
no, like the,
Okay.
the men ain't got time for all of that. The men just be like, okay, I see you. She hot. Yeah, what's up? The
Uh-uh.
men, they just gonna be like, yeah, okay, you heading in the right direction, young brother. But the women, they got other things that they paying attention to.
I can't. That is funny. For me, I think like if I brought a guy home, they would welcome them because they'd be
Mhm.
happy, like, wow, Tatiana brought a man home. Oh my gosh, it's been forever. They would
Wow,
also
so like they would be happy, but the shade would be directed towards you a little bit though.
I wouldn't get shade. I would get 21 questions.
Oh
My
wow, okay.
my
Which
family
which is
likes to
worse?
ask
I'm
a lot of
curious. Which
questions.
is
If
worse?
shade is worse,
Okay,
but I
shade is
think
worse.
I can handle the questions. I'm used to it at this point, so it's to be expected. I would just let them know, like, hey, they ask a lot of questions. So just know that in advance. And it's not
Right.
even in a grilling way, it's like a curious way. I'm like, just you don't have to answer everything, you know?
Okay.
They just be asking questions to gauge in conversation. Yeah.
Now I gotta ask this. You
Hmm.
said you don't have to answer all of the questions. Now, is that from your perspective? Is that from the perspective of your family is understanding if all questions are not answered?
I feel like they just be asking too many questions. So I'm like, some questions don't need to be answered. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it's not the right time.
I'm gonna put
Yeah.
a pin
So
in that because I want to know what some of those questions are. But in the meantime, Tiffany says my family will grill. They grilling. So I mean, it's so important for us to know our families because
turning up the heat.
turning up the heat for real. So let's see. Cynthia says my family would be so happy. They would definitely welcome him. It sounds like she kind of got the same vibes that you were talking about, Tatiana. The family just like, yo, we glad you brought somebody here, and we
Yes.
just glad to see this.
They're gonna assess everything about this person because they're like,
Mm.
oh, if Cynthia brought a man home to the people, it must be something. Let's look at him from the top of the head to the soles of the feet. Turn around, do a little twirl. Okay,
Right.
how his voice now? Where you work at? You know, all these questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
it be in a welcoming way.
Right. So let me ask you this. What are two questions that you feel like your family would ask that make you just drop your head and shake it because you wish they wouldn't have asked that question to the man that you brought?
I think it would be something about their personal life that is too soon to ask,
Mm,
especially if that's the first time that they met that person. Like, we
okay.
don't need to deep dive into why this person got to this point from A to Z today.
Right.
Maybe that's another conversation, but not at Thanksgiving dinner. Can you pass me the cornbread? I'm trying to eat. Why are you asking my man like where too many in-depth questions at the
Mhm.
first sighting, you know what I mean?
Right.
So outside of that, I think another question would probably be something like that's super personal, not like what are your intentions with my daughter thing. I think people
Mhm.
families should ask that question, but I feel like if it's like super personal or maybe something like that would cause a lot of friction in the room, like
Mhm.
something that is a strong opinion, maybe like
Mm.
politics, maybe faith. I mean, hopefully we're all on the
Mhm.
same tip, but
Yeah.
not everybody is. So something that's not going to make people be so like black or white about it in the room
Right.
and be like quick to judge who that person is before even getting to know them.
Right. Right. So do you feel like your family will bring up some of those hot button topics like faith and or religion and politics, the things that most people say, steer away from those, especially within that first conversation.
You know how conversations flow when you're having a good conversation with
Mhm.
someone and then it goes from one topic to another and you just happen to land on politics or
Mhm.
religion or something controversial.
Right.
It's just like, oh, I didn't know. How did we get here? Deborah Cox,
Mhm.
like, how did we get here? No one's supposed to be here. So it's
Deborah
trying,
Cox.
like, we're just trying to, back out of the situation with some tact, like,
Yeah,
hey, just keep it neutral
that's
until
real.
we have a more developed one-on-one relationship with those family members that are asking those questions, I guess.